ka na ba? Ginaganong ko siya kasi ayaw niya na nga nang sinasir siya, ayaw niya na kinukuya siya.
Pero gusto niya tinatawag siya dito.
Diba, lito, buti na lang, hindi ko siya tinito. Medyo weird pala talaga.
Let's talk bear topics and bold conversations here at Bear It All Podcast with Danny Barreto. Hey guys! Welcome to another episode of the Bear It All Podcast. Who we have today is exciting kasi nakilala nyo na ang other half sa ating last few episodes. Actually, favorite nyo siya. Siya ang pinakamataas sa episode ng Bear It All Podcast. Medyo... Sana si Mikey lang nag-guest ng Bear It All. Nakakaloka kayo. But thank you so much dahil sobrang yung sinuport yung episode na yun. At dahil sinuport nyo, of course, I gotta have the Sizzy up in here. So we have CK De Leon. Thank you so much for saying yes.
Thank you also for having me.
Alam ko busy kayo, but thank you for taking the time. Sabi ko sa kanya kanina bago nag-start, I needed to have you here because Mikey could not stop talking about CK. So, ako naman, yung curiosity ko, umiral. Sabi ko, parang I have to meet this girl. She sounds so interesting. And true enough, ang dami na namin na pag-usapan, which is I hope ni-record nila, but ang dami na namin pinag-usapan and she really is interesting. She's so mature for her age. And I kind of got it. I kind of got it why Mikey would always find ways to inject you in every conversation. I now understand. So now let's get to know you a little bit more. Because I feel that sa social media nyo, it's always just them looking for the best boodles or relationship advice with the two of you.
Yeah.
Parang people are so fond of the two of you. So, ako, instead of, we want to know more about your relationship, but I want to get to know you muna. So, first of all, when did this whole Sizzy started? Kailan nagkaroon ng Sizzy?
Honestly, I can't recall when. I don't have a specific date or anything kung kailan nagkaroon ng Sizzy. I just remembered end of 2022 when I started doing content because we met our manager. So, at first kasi ako talaga nag-handle kay Mikey.
Oh, talaga?
Oo, ako yung manager niya. I would reply, I would email. I remember when he had his YouTube, when he had his podcast, I would email brands. I would ask if they wanted to sponsor. So, I met our manager now, si Mika. She was one of the managers that I look up to just because minamanage niya isa sa mga idols ko na content creator, which is Ray.
Si Ray, yeah.
Yes. So, I met her in an event. Apparently, parang super near lang ng place niya sa amin. So, nag-lunch kami. I was asking her, paano ba maging manager?
Yeah.
But then, sabi niya sa akin, bakit ayaw mo mag-content? So, do content, I'll handle you and Mikey. And that's when I started. Tapos, I didn't know saan nanggaling si Sizzy. All I know is, kailangan lagi akong may bate sa mga girls.
Yes, oo.
Like, I just need to call them, like, Sizzy's, ganyan. Iniwasan ko yung guys because guys is Mikey's.
Yes, oo.
So, ayun, struggle ko din kasi noon is, when I started doing content, I was so into analytics. So, I checked my feeds analytics and most of them are men. I started with 85% men, tapos the rest is women. So, yun yung hurt ako doon. Yeah. Sabi ko, babae ako eh.
Oo, syempre gusto mo viewers mo babae din.
I mean, people who can relate to me, regardless if it's, diba, parang, tapos, nag-usap kami ni Mikey, and then he said, mag-establish ka. Like, mag-establish ka ng something na ikaw towards girls.
Okay.
So, I think that's when I started the Hello Sizzy.
Hello Sizzy, yeah.
And then, ayun, out of nowhere, 2023 came, I did content full-time. And then now, I was able to have this community of Sizzies na, honestly, until now, I'm not sure kung anong age group nila. I just know na...
You just come across them.
Yeah, I just know na I'm a Gen Z trying to share my, like, my career path. Kasi, it also started na I shared how I quit my corporate job to do content full-time.
I think I saw that post of yours, yung nasa car ka, tapos umiiyak ka.
Yes.
Yun, diba? Nakita ko yung... I think that's one of the I think first content I saw of yours, randomly, you came across my feed and I think what struck me, it was because you looked so young. So I was wondering, why were you crying in the video? So I had to finish the whole video and I was like, oh my God, like, nakaka-touch lang to see. Kasi I mean, I'm sure it took a lot for you to leave that job for something that's, to be honest, hindi consistent yung trabaho natin. There are some good months, then there are some months that you just wait until, there's another opportunity that comes, but there's walang stability sa ginagawa natin.
Totoo, that's true.
So parang I'm sure at your age, it was a lot for you to leave your corporate job.
So parang with that kasi, I graduated pandemic. Like I had to graduate Zoom.
Oh my God!
Super sad siya. And like with everything, sabi ko nga sobrang lala nung post-college, parang overthinking ko. And then because I grew up na I'm the type of person na everything needs to be planned. It needs to be organized. Ever since I was 7, I said I was going to be a pilot.
Oh my!
Everything from grade school until college ako, lahat yun.
That was the goal.
Yeah, lahat ng ginawa ko, it was to be a pilot. I took up tourism as my pre-pilot course. After that, sabi ko, I'm gonna apply scholarships for this airline para hindi ako gagastos sa malaki. Then the pandemic happened. I met Mikey. I got into content creation. When I graduated, I actually had mga freelance. So I was doing PR already.
Oh my
like
God.
Social media management.
So pinasok mo na rin yung world.
Because when I met Mikey 2020 yon, he needed help with YouTube because he wasn't familiar with how it works. Paano ba mag-handle ng social media. And I was very into it just because I think generation ko yun.
Yeah.
So I was helping him already. And then I did this work from home siya, but I was a social media manager. I did that for a year.
Oh, wow.
The whole of 2022. And then, parang group of companies sila. So they told me, since I was doing sales online, why don't I do sales for a different company of theirs? Which would require me to go to the office.
Yes, okay.
So when I got to the office, I had parang medyo nakatikim na ako ng content creation, how it works. I had flexible time.
Yeah.
But nag-start yon January 2022 was when I went to the office. I started doing content end of 2022. Ay, 2023 pala yung office. So sabi ko, ang hirap. Ang hirap because I felt like yun yung sinasabi ng mga tao na at some point in your life, you will have your crossroads.
Yeah, you have to decide.
Yes. So parang nandun ako, I would cry every night just because there was so much parang opportunity in front of me for both.
Yeah.
But I had to choose if it was something that I was passionate about, which is content creation, or something that would guarantee me na stable.
Yes.
So, parang, sabi ko noon, I was praying so hard. Sabi ko, Lord, if content is for me, just give me one more project this month. And then, the moment na yung deciding day ko, sabi ko, okay, third day na yun. Third day ko, pumapasok. My manager sent me our first ever parang long-term project. Sabi ko, maybe this
that was
is
the sign.
Yes, that was a sign. And then I had to quit. And then, yun, thankfully, until now, it's been good naman. It's been doing well.
So before you even met Mikey, naisip mo ba na gusto mong let's say, content, gusto mong mag-YouTube? Kasi di ba parang doon nabunga lahat yun eh.
Yes.
Lahat ng actually maka-age mo na influencers, nabunga yun sa hobby. So did you ever think, even before Mikey, I think you have the personality for it, you just didn't know.
I think a part of me wanted, just because I grew up watching vlogs. As I've said kanina, I was reading your vlogs. I was very into those kind of things.
Yes.
So, ngayon nga when my friends would ask me, anong series pinapanood mo? Sabi ko, wala. Vlogs. Meron. Gusto mo update sa buhay nila? Meron ako. Just because I felt like that was my personality. Even until now when I'm getting ready, hindi ako pupunta ng ibang parang mga streaming apps. I would just go to YouTube and just watch my favorite content creators.
Yes.
Until now. So, yes, a part of me siguro naisip ko na it would be nice. Might be nice to be to like do it and then
parang blessing, parang natatawa ako every time you made me kwento this. It's like you were being prepared for this moment in your life na you started liking these vloggers and bloggers, and then you said you always felt like you wanted to do it, and then full circle moment, you're doing it right now.
Yes, exactly.
Parang blessing in disguise yung pandemic din sa'yo in a sense. Kasi you had a taste of a corporate job and you also had the opportunity to be in front of the camera.
Yes, that's true. So parang everything that's been happening lately, I would always tell my sa broadcast channel, I would always tell them that it's a full circle moment because my 16-year-old self would, if you told her na, alam mo, in years time, you're gonna be beside one of your favorite content creators. You're gonna be talking to one of your favorite bloggers before. I wouldn't believe that. My 16-year-old self wouldn't believe that. But then I'm here now. So parang my heart is just so full. Like every day I'm just so thankful na ito pala yon. Like, maybe that's why I wasn't into movies. I wasn't into series. I wasn't into all these other things. And I just wanted to, parang gusto ko yung may sinusubaybayan ako ng mga content creators. Maybe it's because of that.
You're being prepared for this whatever is going on with your life. Parang, from then on, did you think, parang sa tingin mo ba, if hindi mo nakilala si Mikey, ito pa rin ginagawa mo ngayon?
No.
Talaga? So you really pushed each other?
Yes. Kasi parang, before I did content creation, Mikey was already telling me, even nung siya palang nag-YouTube, sabi niya, gawin mo yung YouTube mo. It's so funny because I did vlog before.
Yeah.
Yung camera ko nun was binili pa ni Mikey for me. Or actually, sabi ko nun, sobrang, ewan ko ba, he would always tell me, masyado kang independent, masyado kang ma-pride. Because, sabi ko nun, babe, pautang, please.
Yeah.
I would just buy a nice camera kasi hindi kaya ng phone ko mag-vlog. So, he lent me money and then sabi niya, when there was a time, sabi ko, babe, kaya ko nang ibalik yung pinambili ng camera. Sabi niya, no. Like, ayaw niya talaga.
Time ganyan. Ang cute ng dalawa. Okay.
So parang, that's what happened with us. And then, yun nga, before I even met our manager, he was already pushing me na, do content creation, just be yourself. Kasi I always had this idea na, when I was doing content pre-pandemic, that you always need to be that pretty face, you always need to smile, and then kailangan lagi kang naka-makeup. But then, I wasn't really like that. Like, maarte ako, kikay ako, yes. But there are days na parang gusto ko, naka-basketball shorts ako.
Yes, of course. Ako rin naman, sabay mo sa bahay ganito ako. Hindi
Like, naka-big shirt ako. Like, I'm kikay but I'm also very parang, my mom would tell me na growing up, medyo boyish din. May boyish side din ako. Just because ang chill ko minsan.
Yeah.
So, ayun, Mikey he just kept pushing me even when I was doing content. Siya yung laging nag-guide sa akin and he would always tell me na what to do, what not to do. I think it goes both ways also. Just because I have...
That's what he said. You're that to him too.
Oo. So parang, I think, ganun ako sa kanya with regards to, because I'm a Gen Z. So sabihin ko, wag ka masyadong hihirit kasi honestly, babe, cancelable ka.
That's I think the good balance between the two of you because yung generation kasi namin, hindi na namin alam kung ano yung cancelable ngayon. So naiintindihan ko na ang ganda kasi nung balance no, that you get to tell him those things and he also gets to maybe I guess like give you some wisdom about whatever our generation was. I don't even know what our generation was, but like I mean it's just a good balance between the two of you. And I think that's why it works. Na parang you two feed off each other's energy, yung hard work, yung dalawa. Alam mo, sobrang hustler yung dalawa. Kasi, nung nakilala ko si Mikey, tapos, syempre, finalo ko na yung mga content nyo. And then, after that, lagi ko nakikita that both of you really help each other with what you do. And sometimes, you unconsciously do it. Hindi yung as if ang effort yung tulungan yung isa't isa. It's just in some ways, there's a gravity that you guys have na talagang it just works. You know? So I think that's why hindi lang kayo as your own persona, nakagawa rin kayo ng kayong dalawa. And yun yung something ko, feeling ko gusto ng team ko, to get to know. Kasi nga, nung kakakausap namin si Mikey, lagi ka na niya na-inject sa conversation. So sabi ko, kung i-guest ko dito si CK, gusto ko muna siya makilala. And then I wanna know this relationship that kwento lang sa akin, pero naka-curious ako.
Yeah.
Kasi parang ang dami nyo ata pinagdaanan.
Yeah, a lot talaga. Like, ang funny, I think every time I would like make this kwento with everyone. Funny siya because we started na I knew of Mikey because he was doing parang sports analyst siya noon for UAAP.
How did you meet?
IG.
Oh my God.
IG.
Did he slide into your
Yes.
DMs? I love it. I love it. My husband did too.
So, ganun siya. But then, I knew of him because he was doing, parang yun nga, nag-ano siya sa UAAP. That was the time that I was a very active supporter of my school also, sa basketball. So, I would see him. I knew of him. So, parang ako, there was a time I remember, I think ito yung first time ever namin makita isa't isa, but we didn't know each other. So, nandun siya sa UP, nanonood ako ng training ng friends ko, and then he came. Sabi ko, anong ginagawa dito ni Sir Analyst? Sabi ko, hindi ko alam background niya. I didn't know he was from UP also. Hindi ko alam na alumni siya. Hindi ko alam.
Okay.
So, I was surprised. Sabi ko, ang ginagawa niya dito? Baka hinihelp niya pala yung UP. Sabi ko, bait niya. Pinihelp niya kami, ganyan. And then, ayun, pandemic happened weirdly because I knew Mikey, maingay na siya nun sa Twitter. So, past relationships niya, I knew because maingay siya sa Twitter.
Yeah.
So, when he slid into my DMs, parang weird lang, sabi niya na, oh, I heard gusto mo daw maging courtside, ganyan. I was supposed to help you, but then nagsara ABS. So, sabi ko, so ano gagawin ko sa message neto ni Sir?
Magre-reply dito.
Diba? Like, sobrang open-ended. So, I replied. Sabi ko, thank you, sir.
Oh my God, I will die. Oh my God, sinner moment mo siya. Okay.
Yun nga, because I knew na sports analyst. So, parang, for me, medyo mataas na siya sa akin because I was a student. So, nag-message siya noon na sabi ko, thank you, sir. Di na siya nag-reply. And then...
Na-sir moment mo kasi siya.
Oh, babe, I'm so sorry. But, medyo weird kasi yung atake mo. Like, honestly, sobrang awkward nun. Sabi ko, oh, gusto ko mag-courtside, pero wala na.
Paano ka naman talaga magre-reply sa message na yun, Mikey?
Okay. So, after a few weeks, he replied to my post. Nagko-quote story ako noon just because I was going through a lot because of thesis.
Yeah.
So, reply siya, sabi niya, kaya mo yan, thesis lang yan.
Oh
and then, we started talking. And then, I remember na parang I asked him, sabi ko, ilang taong ka na ba? Like, ginaganon ko siya kasi ayaw niya na nga nang sinasir siya, ayaw niya na kinukuya siya.
Pero gusto niya tinatawag siya dito.
Diba, buti na lang, hindi ko siya tinito. Medyo weird pala talaga. Oh my God. So, I was asking him, sabi ko, ilang taon ka na ba? Because may movie na ginawa sa akin, my gosh, talaga funny. Sabi niya, baka you have friends? Ganyan.
Oh my God, Mikey, nakakahiya ka right now. What the heck was that move?
Sabi niya, baka you have friends? Sabi ko, diba may ano ka?
May girlfriend ka.
Sabi niya, wala. Sabi ko, bakit nasa profile mo pa? So, after nun, dinelete niya. Funny talaga ni Mike. So, parang, sabi niya, wala na. So, I was, nagreto ko na parang friends ko. Ayaw niya.
Ikaw kasi talaga yung gusto. Ang sama ng ano niya, no? Ng style niya. Pero nag-work naman sa'yo.
Diba? So, parang, style lang style talaga ng, ewan ko, mga age na ganyan. Kasi every time, we would see his friends. So, magkikwento kami how we started. Parang yung friends niya, ganyan. Diba ganun? Like, bro,
parang
tama.
na-impress sila sa ginawa niya.
Oh
my God.
Hindi
siya nag-work. But nag-work naman sa'yo, eventually.
So, ayun, yun yung una naming conversation. I was asking him about his age. He didn't want to tell me because he knew we had a big age gap.
Baka ma-turn off ka, ganun ba?
Oo, I think, ayaw niya talaga. So,
You've never dated anyone but older?
No. Mikey's my first boyfriend.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh, cute. First boyfriend mo talaga siya? So, yung mga naliligaw sa'yo, hindi talaga umubra dati, ganun?
Not relationship. I would go on dates.
Yeah.
I would try. But then, yun nga, sobrang focus ako noon with my goals.
My God.
Nasabi ko talaga noon. I remember buong college life ko kasi I was very grateful to be there just because I didn't pass the UPCAT naman. I was there because of a Vaas. So I was grateful to be there. I would always pray. Like, sabi ko, Lord, thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah.
Sabi ko noon, promise ko pa noon na parang ito yung college na panata ko. Hindi ako magbo-boyfriend till matapos ko college. Nagaganon ako nung college.
Oo.
And then, yun, Mikey came. I had to Google his age. Kasi ayaw niya. Sabi ko, ayaw mo talagang sabihin. So, Google ko, Mikey is. Then I saw.
Did he know that you could do that now?
Alam niya, but siguro he didn't want it to come from him.
Yeah.
So I saw UP alumni. Sabi ko, shucks, from UP pala
Yes.
siya. And then the article was like 2012.
Okay.
So sabi doon, the 22-year-old, I did the
So,
math. Sabi ko, shucks, pa 30 na to. Oh my gosh, anong gagawin ko? So para, ayun, we just talked, pandemic, face shield and everything, face mask. So, lagi niya ako aayain.
Lumabas.
Sabi niya na, ano tayo, drive-through cinema.
Oo.
And during that time, sabi ko, okay.
It's cute.
Like, go. Tapos, aatras siya. Sabi niya, ay, wag na kasi ang hassle ng ganito, ganyan. Sabi ko, medyo, ayoko na ng ganon. Like, atras sa bante ka, sir.
Yes,
so, di ko bet.
yeah.
So, sabi ko, okay, I'll go to Katipunan just because alam ko malapit siya. I'll go to this cafe. Let's meet there.
Okay.
So, I had to...
Ikaw na nag-establish.
Oo, sabi ko na, sige na, ako na lang pupunta.
Okay.
Kasi urong-sulong ka eh. Walang mangyayari.
Yeah.
So, yun, we met. Funny nung mga susunod pa just because Mikey wasn't sure of what he wanted. So, sabi ko sa kanya, do you see this going anywhere? I had to ask because I wasn't a fan of the playful dating.
Yes. No, I love that yan ang actually gusto ko sa generation nyo. Very, na kayo, open. You're more, what's the term? Yung, straightforward.
Yeah.
Kasi yung dati talaga, syempre, yung although my husband was like that. When I went, my first date with my husband, when nung papasok na ako ng gate ng bahay, sinabi niya sa akin, we're not friends. Yun yung statement ng husband ko sa akin, we're not friends. We're not gonna be friends. Sabi niya sa akin. So, basically, paparamdam niya sa akin na if friend zone mo ko, wag mong gawin kasi hindi kaibigan ang tingin ko sa'yo. Parang ganon. That was such a breath of fresh air for me because I've always been with guys that I had to be the one to say, what the fuck are we? Like, nililigawan mo ba ako? Because I also had a boyfriend who just introduced me as his girlfriend, never asked me. So, it was such a, wow, okay. Okay, di tayo friends. I get it. Yung dun ko na-feel na babae ako. Yung na-feel ko na, okay, pinaparamdam sa akin ng tao na to na he's gonna pursue me. Because I was always used to the generation that I'm used to, that it's always just, although my husband is older a bit, but he's just more straightforward. So I'm glad that you were the one who did that for him. Kasi baka si Mikey naman is not the type to be like that. There's a balance. But he seems to be straightforward though. Baka pag in love, hindi.
I think it was when we started kasi, with everything going on, it was a pandemic, he wasn't, kumbaga, he told me naman that his generation, di siya sanay with all the DMs, with all these FaceTiming. Ayaw niya ng ganon. So, he would like it face-to-face.
Yes.
Ganyan. But then, he was also, I think, he just got off of a relationship. Hindi naman siya super quick na after relationship kami na.
Yeah.
But then, his past relationship ended and he was trying to, siguro parang nag-iisip siya nung time na yon if he was ready to commit again.
Yes.
So, he was also taking into consideration my age. Akala niya kasi ako yung very playful.
Kasi bata ka nga.
So,
nagkakapaan kayo, basically.
Yes. So, parang akala niya ako mas playful. Akala niya, I would go through that playful dating stage pa, which I think he was into in that moment. Yun yung gusto niya, just date.
Yeah.
And meet other, or like new people again. But then I wasn't. So, I told him, do you see this going anywhere? Kasi nakakailang dates na tayo. And ako, honestly, I wasn't into that type of thing. And I wasn't sure kung anong gagawin ko also just because first time ko to actually be into someone.
Yes.
And then, ayun, I had to ask him. Sabi niya he wasn't ready.
Oh,
He told me he wasn't ready.
Okay.
Sabi ko, okay. And then after that, I didn't talk to him already. Wala akong paramdam, wala akong anything. Hindi ko naman din siya binlock just because, okay, if you wanna be just friends, then okay.
Okay.
2 days after, nag-reply na siya ulit sa story ko.
Yeah.
And then he said, okay, can we try again?
Oh. But you know what I like though that you did was that hindi mo kasi siya hinabol. Siguro naparamdam mo sa kanya, okay, if ayaw mo, di ayaw ko din. Like, hindi kita pipilitin. And guys kasi have this habit that they like to be chased. But nato-turn off naman sila pag hinahabol sila. May pagka, medyo weird din. But I think he loves that you're this independent woman na, shit, okay pala siya, nakaintindi. Okay, fine. Siguro feeling ko, Mikey had that moment to himself na parang, oh my God, pumayag siya. Sinabi ko na hindi ako ready, tas hindi niya ako hinabol. Siguro na maisip siya ng ilang araw na, oh shit. Siguro feeling ko kaya hindi ka nawala sa isip niya. Good move, girl. Good move. Okay.
So yun, parang, kasi nga sabi ko nun, I don't wanna be that girl in your life. Because I knew of the past. The past that he wasn't very proud of.
Yeah.
So I said, I don't wanna be another girl who will come in your life and just pass by. Like, I don't think I deserve also. Especially na first guy ko si Mikey to go out with, to go on dates with. So, ayun, he said, can we try again? A few weeks after, yung story ng first I love you niya. So, cute kasi nag-I love you siya pero tinakloban niya yung bibig ko. Just because sabi niya, feeling down, sabi niya, ginano niya ako. Sabi niya, I love you, wag ka nang sasagot.
Oh my God, pala silang rom-com movie, just to me. Okay.
Like, so yun yung mga moments talaga na hindi ko makakalimutan.
Bakit ba ayaw niya? Natatakot siya baka hindi ka mag-I love you too? Ganon?
Like, for someone like him kasi, with everything that happened to us, I think a part of him was also scared na, kasi very kami, like, di naman kami super seryoso, di rin kami super sweet di kami ganun, like nag-aasaran kami.
Yeah.
So takot siya na baka daw pag nag-I love you siya, pagtawanan ko siya or like i-joke ko siya ganun. Which sa akin, nung sinabi niya, medyo sabi ko, hala, ganun din ako.
Shock ka ba?
Buti na lang din tinakluban pala niya bibig ko para hindi siya na-hurt sa sasabihin ko. But then, ayun, we became together. We had to go through so much with my parents. So that was
that the ultimate test of your relationship?
I think,
it was a big factor. Syempre, family is a big factor.
Yes. And also because it acted like a foundation in our relationship. Because we didn't see each other for 6 months.
Oh my.
Pandemic, there are a lot of things that happened during that time. My parents weren't very into Mikey. They strongly, they told me, ayaw nila. They told Mikey, sabi nila kay Mikey na, hindi ka pwede sa anak namin.
Wow.
So he had to hear it also firsthand. He was trying to court my parents. We had to endure those 6 months. Kasi parang it was hard because you knew that you were in a relationship. You knew that you had a chance to see each other but you couldn't. My first ever Valentine's Day na meron akong boyfriend, I saw Mikey for 5 minutes and I had to go back inside because baka magising parents ko. So it was hard. I think Christmas time also, I wasn't able to really spend time with him.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to. So it was hard for me just because I felt like when I was with Mikey, when we became together, I felt like, maybe this would, parang siya yung tutupan ng lahat ng Disney princess dreams ko, lahat ng akala ko sa isang relationship, but we had to go through that first.
Yeah.
So it was really hard also.
Like now that you've overcome the challenge of that 6 months, you think that was the turning point that made you guys stronger right now? Like, tingin mo kung hindi yun nalagpasan yung 6 months na yun? mangyayari to lahat sa inyong dalawa. It would still be you and Mikey. Kasi may mga ibang tao naghihiwalay, tapos biglang magkakabalikan pag okay na lahat. Pero kasi nag-break, diba?
Hindi talaga.
So you think that 6 months was so crucial? Or it's what made you guys as strong as you are now?
Yes, because in those 6 months, we had to go through, parang yung individually, we had to go through challenges also that if hindi namin na-overcome yun, like with me, I had to prove to my parents na kaya ko, like makakatapos ako with everything, lahat ng sinabi ko sa inyo na makukuha ko when I graduate, makukuha ko pa din yan. I had to prove that to my family.
Yeah.
I had to also show Mikey or like to assure him na just because ayaw ng parents ko, hindi ko siya ipaglalaban. Because I also had to prove that to my parents na parang, we just need to wait. Like, wait lang. Because the first time I saw this man in his PC setup, na nagsa-start siya ng YouTube, sabi ko, I knew he was going to make it. Like, may mangyayari dito sa ginagawa niya.
Yeah.
Which, again, I can't blame my parents for not believing him kagad because it wasn't, hindi yun yung usual eh.
Yeah, hindi naman alam ng mga parents. I also had to explain to my mom, and my mom's younger. My mom's just turning 50. So, she also didn't understand what I was doing when I was 19 years old. And at that point, she wanted me to be something. I'm the eldest. And she was the most strict to me. She was not that strict to my siblings, but she was the strictest with me. Because she was always afraid that I might get pregnant early. I just might not reach my potential and just be the best version of myself. Kasi rebelde ako. So, hindi din nasunod yung mga gusto ng mom ko for myself. Hindi ako nagtapos. Lahat ng ginusto niya for me, hindi ko yun sinundan, girl. I really went my different route in life. And I think the full circle moment was when my mom said that she doesn't understand why she spent so many years of her life worrying about me when she wasn't supposed to worry all along. And that was that moment for me na parang I have moments that I wish I followed na lang what she wanted for myself so that I never got to hurt her. Hindi ko siya nasaktan. But now na napunta ako sa life ko and lahat ng gusto ko mangyari sa buhay ko, naggawa ko. And despite the many, many challenges that I had to go through, I would always tell my mom that I will spend my life just making it up to you. But this is just the way I have to go. Alam mo yun? Yung sometimes you just have to do what makes you happy.
Yeah, that's
But I'm
true.
glad that you did both.
Yeah.
You know, you were able to keep your relationship and make your parents happy.
Yeah, I think I could relate to that so much also, just because my mom and I, we have this bond wherein we get to talk talaga. Ever since I was young, I knew, both of my siblings know naman din that we would always be, kami yung mag-uusap about serious things.
Yeah.
So parang, I grew up na people thought I was a panganay.
Yeah, akala ko kaya tinanong kita, bunso ka ba or eldest ka ba?
But then I was a middle child. And so I think I grew up with all these expectations just because I also, in a way, inallow ko din yun. I allowed my parents to feel that also because may pagka-independent ako and I also wanted to achieve so many things for our family, for my parents.
Yeah.
And so, when I met Mikey, yun yung mga first few moments na parang na-feel ko na na-hurt yung mom ko just because she felt like I was choosing someone else, someone she didn't like over her. But then, you know, sometimes you just need to trust your instinct, your gut, and also your heart. Because at the end of the day, ako na naniniwala ako na parang, nung ayaw ng parents ko kay Mikey, sabi ko, one day you will see what I love about this man.
Yeah.
Like, one day you will love him just as much as you love us. And totoo, like, sometimes now talaga si Mikey, kakapal na mukha niya pag nag-away kami. My gosh, tawag siya sa mom ko, tita, si Siki, ganito na naman siya. Parang, ako na inaway ng mom ko. Sometimes,
but ang cute ng end up ng relationship.
Yes.
Kasi ngayon, nagagawa niya na yun sa parents mo,
Yes.
di ba? Parang may nakita akong post mo that pumunta ata si Mikey sa bahay mo. You're screenshotting messages that he was there in your house. Nawala ka?
Yes, I was in Palawan. I thought he went there, na siya nag-initiate. But when I came back, sinabi niya sa akin that my parents were actually asking him kung kumakain ba siya, if he wanted sinigang, padadalan daw siya. So that was when I knew na parang, okay, so we're finally here.
Yeah.
Like, we're finally okay. Everything's healed. Everything is okay. Because, yun, like, finally, dumating kami sa point na nakita na nila kung bakit ko love yung tao na
Yeah.
yun.
And you know what? You have to also give yourself credit, CK, because you've also done your part as their daughter. That whatever they wanted from you, you graduated. Mikey didn't stop you from graduating. I think that's what they were worried about. And you turned out fine. You're doing well for yourself. So I feel that they finally saw that Mikey is not a problem. Hindi siya bad influence sa'yo. As a matter of fact, parang mas naging maganda pang influence kayo sa isa't isa. And the way I would hear you talk and the way I heard Mikey talk about you, it's as if you guys met at the time that you both needed each other.
Yeah.
Unconsciously, you did not know na you guys are exactly what you both needed. So parang ngayon, pagka nag-uusap ko, it's like, my God, pag kinasal kayo, I'd be the happiest. I would be the happiest on social media if you guys get married, Jesus. It's such a cute story to tell. Like, it's so nice na in a short span of time, ang dami yung full circle moment. Kayong dalawa. Also, when I talk to him, it's like, from his basketball story to what he's doing now, it's insane.
Yeah.
And also with you, I would expect nga na parang you have the personality for social media, but I would think you're so smart, you're so well-spoken, you would think you would really work for a corporate job or like a serious job. But then meron kang hidden personality na yun yung dapat yung nag-shine, di ba? But it's so nice. But everybody knows that you guys have a huge age gap. So how does that work for the both of you? Like, what are the pros and cons? Maraming makaka-relate sa inyo, girl. I'm sure. Ano yung pros and cons? Ikaw na bahala kung saan mo gusto mag-start.
Siguro let's start with the pros.
Okay, the pros.
So, ako, honestly, with our big age gap, sometimes nga I don't really call it age gap. I would always tell people that we have a generational gap.
Okay.
Because yun
That's
talaga
true.
yung mas napapansin namin. So, yeah, like what you mentioned earlier, we balance things out, like kami together, because I would always tell him from my Gen Z point of view, things that he shouldn't be doing. Ako, sinasabi ko sa kanya, okay, like I get your point, I get what you're trying to say, but maybe you can say it in another way because maka-cancel ka.
Oo. Or hindi
Like,
maintindihan ng generation.
Yeah. And then, siya naman, from his end, he always inspires me to be more outspoken, to be more vocal, and that it's okay for me to feel certain things.
Yeah.
Kasi parang, especially with this industry, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Like, people just see, most of them, they see the rewards of the work, of the industry, but what you don't know is internally, yung nai-hit sa atin as content creators is the mental health.
Oo naman.
Like, sabi ko nga sa kanya, I grew up na I was very conscious of what people had to say, and even up to now, just the past few weeks, I had to go through that just because meron mga issues with my body, ganyan, and it was really hard for me to also process. So, si Mikey would always be the one to tell me, no, it's okay. It's okay for you to feel things. Hindi ka naman dahil ganyan yung itsura mo, ganito ka ng tao. Just because yun yung nababasa mo eh.
Yeah.
Like, you know, yung problem kasi now is, as much as, I think for me, to be a content creator, as much as I try to ignore those things, hindi mo naman maiiwasan na
Ma-hurt.
Like, ma-hurt ka, mapapaisip ka. Because nababasa mo pa rin. Like, at the end of the day, tao lang din ng content creator.
Yeah.
Like, we get hurt, we have feelings too.
Yeah.
So, I think yun yung balance namin, because si Mikey, when it comes to those things, very strong siya.
Yes. Napansin ko sa kanya yun.
As in, talagang hate mo ko, edi,
okay.
Ganun siya na parang if you have something to say, okay, or I also have something to say. Ganun si Mikey.
Ganda ng balance ng relationship to itong dalawa. Kasi parang there are times na also that you can also help him iba na kasi yung generation ngayon. We have to grow with the generation.
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds, you have to adapt. And it comes with the job that we're in. We have to adapt. If you're not gonna adapt, you're gonna be left behind.
Yes.
That's the thing with this industry. It's a growing industry that there's always gonna be new set of influencers, a younger batch, a more fresh batch, probably a more talented, more creative batch. So your job as a content creator to always bring something to the table that not everyone can do. So yun yung hindi naiintindihan ng tao, nakakala nila ang dali-dali maging social media personality. Siguro sa tingin nyo, kasi pag kaharap mo yung camera, ito lang yung sinasabi mo, nagsalita. Hindi. Ang dami mo kailangan gawin.
Totoo.
And it takes a lot of energy, a lot of thinking. And for me, parang nag-start ako ng content creation. Ang pinaka-binank on ko sa sarili ko was I was never on the aesthetic side of things. I never posted content in a very aesthetic way, color graded or ewan ko, anong color. Basta never ako nag-lead sa ganong content creation. I was always, if I'm sharing my life, you're gonna see my life. It's not aesthetic. It's gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be messy. But that's how you're gonna relate to me.
Yeah.
And I stuck with that until now.
Yeah.
Na it's not like para sa mga nakasabayan ko na yun talaga, they love that job. They love to do that.
Yeah.
So ako sabi ko, I'm gonna take another route. And I think that's, yun naman ang, when they ask, paano ka na iba sa lahat? Sa akin, ang pagkakaiba ko is I don't overthink my content. I never overthink it. If I don't feel like posting today, I will not force myself to post today. Kasi for our job, people idolize you for you eh. So when you don't feel like it, they see it too. Alam mo yung pag alam nilang napipilitan ka.
That's true.
Kita nila yun eh. Alam din nila pag passionate ka about something. So yun ang nakikita ko sa inyong dalawa. Sabi ko naman kay Mikey, kausap ko siya. Sabi ko, Mikey, ang na-attract ako sa content mo is because hindi ka natatakot bigay yung opinion mo kahit hindi tanggapin ng tao. Binibigay mo pa rin yung opinion mo.
Totoo.
And I love that you balance him out by saying na, I get it. I understand your opinion. But I can just tell you, this might not be good for you.
Yeah.
Diba? So, yun yung parang, I think, one of pros nyo yun sa relationship nyo. Does he have that also with you? Does he help you also when it comes to your content? Parang may ganun din ba siya sa'yo?
Yeah, I think yung ganun sa akin ni Mikey is I tend to overthink more with my content just because I would always tell him, sabi ko, babe, it's so hard for me to sometimes see things from other people's point of view just because I overthink it. Like, I feel like, am I progressing? How am I showing? Because I'm always banking on that idea na I'm this girl na you're following because I'm also just growing up pa din.
Yeah.
So, I would always say, do you think I'm growing up? Do you think I'm still growing? Ganyan. So, he would always assure me. He would tell me. He would suggest, ito yung mga content na pwede mong gawin. Because si Mikey, he's very content-driven talaga.
Yeah. It's like, for him. It's for him.
Totoo. Very gigil siya sa content. Which, honestly, sa akin, I wouldn't say na hindi ako gigil. I am, but not to his extent.
Yeah.
Because sometimes nga, nagtatalo kami nun, honestly. May times na when he was super into content na nababawasan yung time namin together. So, yun din, parang ganun namin nababalance isa't isa. He would tell me, okay, babe, wala ka masyadong postings lately. Or, babe, you can do this, oh. Like, he would send me mga pegs. He would send me na, maganda to, bagay to sa'yo. So, he would tell me, parang, siya yung, sa kanya ko nakukuha yung bagong mga mindset when it comes to things, especially with content.
Yeah.
Fresh ideas also. And, sometimes, yun din yung naiisip ko for someone like me na very independent. Sometimes I have to let my Mikey also, like, I have to see him in another light na he's also content creator who's also doing well.
Yeah.
So, I have to be inspired by him also, which, yun nga, we try to work on that. Kasi, sometimes when you're in a relationship and you both have the same jobs, you tend to forget na kumbaga, napapagsama nyo both.
Oo, parang hindi, ang hirap to live in the moment.
Yes.
Kasi you always have to pick up your phone and shoot the content.
Yes.
And sometimes, wait, pwede kumain muna tayo.
Yes.
Di ba may ganun tayong moments? Or like, pag nagta-travel, sandali, ako na ulitin yung ginawa ko kasi gusto ko nang mag-enjoy
Yes.
Yung may ganun di ba? So, nahihirapan kayo sometimes to balance or to, I think, separate?
I think it happened before because I think now we're better when it comes to those things. Kasi we started when we started, ako, na sumama dun sa mga content niya, we started talaga together.
Yeah.
Kasi parang napansin namin na things are working when I'm there with him, and then I also started on my own. So parang may time din na syempre, nauna si Mikey. So, with everything that happened with us, nauna talaga siya. Okay. Content-wise, life, basically, career. So, may time na super busy siya, and I wasn't. So, what happened is, he was super gigil with content. And, as much as I wanted to understand, as much as I wanted to support him, I also felt like, baka pwedeng kahit konting time.
Yeah.
Like, wala muna tayong phones, ganun. So we had that. There was a time also when I had to be like, I was in his place. And he felt...
Siya naman ang nag-call out sa'yo.
Yes, parang, I don't know, it's because siguro yung industry ko, just magkaiba kasi kami. Like, lalaki siya, babae ako. So ako, I would always go out. I would always attend events. So he felt like I wasn't physically there all the time compared before.
Yeah.
So, nag-usap kami, and then now I think we're better when it comes to that like concern, because we would talk like, how are you? We would make each other understand our workloads for the day, for the week, and then we would set dates. So, yun kasi,
that's important.
Yeah, yun yung ever since we started, yun yung lagi naming dapat never mawawala. Especially monthsaries. Actually, monthsaries.
Date nights.
Yes.
Oo, hindi nawawala.
So, yun. Now, I think we're better kasi we have date nights. I think now we're more vocal when we want to spend quality time talaga. Kasi before, we felt like, okay, if sinabi ko kay Mikey na wag muna siya mag-phone, I'm not supporting him with his work. Ganon yung feeling. And then now, I can finally tell him na parang, babe, can I have you for just tonight? Like, just dinner lang. And then, or actually before kami mag-dinner, I would tell him, do you need to finish anything?
Yeah, finish it na.
Like, when you're done with it, then sige, let's go on a date. So, ganun din siya sa akin. He would ask me, and then when he feels like, kapag naman gusto niya mag-content when we're doing something, he's gonna tell me beforehand.
So, basically, you can, sa inyo, communication is really, it's a big factor sa inyo.
Yeah.
Lalo na kasi you both have the same jobs. Kasi parang feeling ko it's harder if someone is in the limelight and someone is not. Kasi my husband and I, we struggled. He was a very private guy. And I just kind of really did not talk. That was my mistake. I did not talk to him are you comfortable being part of the vlog? Parang sinama ko na lang siya I don't remember ever talking to him if he was ever comfortable joining the vlog or anything. Parang he was just dragged into it. Yung ganon. And makikita mo yung difference ng vlogs namin before to now. Ngayon naman, bida na siya sa vlog. Siya naman na nag-i-intro ngayon. Pero dati makikita mo yung pagka-uncomfortable sa kanya na hindi siya sanay. Kasi the one thing that attracted me to my husband is he did not know who my family was. He was the Filipino celebrity was very foreign to him. Hindi niya alam. He had a different world. Wala siyang, hindi yun yung type niyang world. So when we met, shock naman sa kanya yung yung industry ko, yung ginagawa ko. So I needed to adjust to him in a sense. But he was more mature than me at that time. And ako, come to think of it, when I realize, dun sa pinag-uusapan natin na, shit, oo nga, parang never ko yun diniscuss sa kanya. Ever, sa relationship namin. But nowadays, siya naman ang nagre-remind sa akin, hindi ka na nag-vlog. Mag-shoot ka ng content. Masyado ka nang natutulog lagi. Masyado ka nang nagnanap. Siya naman yung ganun sa akin. Or pag nagta-travel, sabi mo, mag-vlog ka, di ka naman nag-vlog. Siya naman yung nagre-remind sa akin ngayon. Mas aware pa siya sa schedule ko din sa schedule. Ewan ko, basta mas organized siya sa akin. Sabi ko, maganda kaming balance. And it kind of reminds me of the two of you because if I also didn't have a partner that would push me, I probably would also be comfortable with whatever na lang my life is.
Yeah.
Parang very strong kasi yung character ko. I tend to be comfortable at times. So I need someone to tell me na, you gotta level up your life, girl. Gotta do something. Move. Stop napping. Like, I need someone to do that for me too.
Yeah.
So sobrang nice to hear that I've never dated kasi someone that's younger. Like, way younger than me. If I had like a year younger, it's not really a generational gap. But I always scared to date someone older or younger because I would feel na baka hindi ako maka-adapt. Or baka hindi ako magiging magandang balance kasi alpha ako eh.
Yeah.
Pareho ba kayong alpha ni Mikey? Pero marunong kayong mag-back down kung kailangan?
Yeah. So parang, honestly, yan yung isa sa mga struggles namin before.
Alpha kayo kasi.
Because I was super independent. Mikey is also that very, parang very strong na pagka-masculine niya. So we had to, there were times before, especially when we started, na yun yung struggle namin. Because nagmamatigasan kami parehas.
Yeah.
Na parang, hindi, ayaw mo. Di wag, bala ka dyan. Ganyan. Ayaw ko din eh. So wala mangyayari. Ganun. But then, we were able also to establish kung ano yung mga strengths namin and weaknesses. So, kung ano yung strength mo, then I'll follow your lead. Kung ano yung strength ko, then he will follow my lead when it comes to those things. So, yun, sa amin nagbabalance out because there are moments talaga na parang, you know, as very ma-pride ko na tao and very independent, you know, sometimes I have to back down and to just follow what he tells me. And then, same goes with him. Yun yung sinasabi niya sa akin na, alam mo, ayoko naman, like, yung trait na yun na ayaw ng men na nasasabihan na sumusunod ka sa girl, ganyan. But then, he also told me, no, if you know better here, so susundan kita. So that's also something that I loved about Mikey because he would always tell me na, sobrang hesitant ko nun to ask him questions. I-phrase niya in a way na, okay, yung taxes ko, hindi ko alam yan. Wala akong alam sa numbers. But sino tinatanong ko? Ikaw, diba? Pero mas bata ka sa akin.
Yeah.
So, the same goes when you're struggling with anything, with content. If feel mo hindi mo na to nagigets or hindi mo na alam gagawin mo, you can always ask me.
Yes.
So, that's what
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yes.
Kasi people sometimes tend to be so ma-pride. They feel like asking for help is a weakness. It's not. The fact that you're brave enough to say, okay, hindi ko to kaya. I need help in this area. That's strength for me eh. Kasi yung mga taong ma-pride, yung mga taong feeling nila kaya nila at hindi nila kaya, pretentious kasi ang tawag doon. Hindi ikakaganda ng buhay mo, hindi ikadadali ng buhay mo.
Yeah.
So, ako personally, I struggled with that before. You know, my husband before would always say, ba't ka ba galit lagi? Bakit galit ka muna? Bago mo sabihin sa akin yung problema mo, ba't nauuna yung galit sa problema? And yun din ang nireklamo sa akin ng mom ko kasi I had a tendency before I even, I don't know, react to the problem or speak about the problem, there's an intense reaction from me first na don't talk to me, galit ako, like, huwag mo kakausapin ganyan. And they'd always say, just talk about it. Why can't you talk about it?
Yeah.
And I struggled with that for years, that I never talk about my feelings. Up until one day, sumabog ako, I just left. I left, never looked back. And it's probably the most painful thing I've done to everyone in my life, everyone I love. Because umalis ako with no goodbyes. Umalis ako and I just say, like, I have to find myself because I was so used to handling everything by myself, never asking for help, never asking, like, I'm drowning, somebody fucking get me out of the water.
Yeah.
Like, I never ever asked for help. And then, when I left, I never knew the aftermath of that time when I left. Up until I came back. Because when I came back, I was okay na. Parang I figured it out. Pero nung bumalik ako, doon ko na realize yung aftermath ng ginawa ko. Yung epekto sa mga kapatid ko, epekto sa mom ko.
Yeah.
Parang ang selfish mo. Parang na-realize ko na if you just asked for help, you could have saved these people from getting hurt.
Yeah.
So, nagka-trust issues yung mga kapatid ko. Yung mga kapatid ko couldn't comprehend. Like, my mom couldn't accept. She was blaming herself. Like, I didn't want that.
Yeah.
But because I had that fear of asking for help, because I feel, panganay ako, dapat matapang ako. So sabi ko, alam mo, ever since, hindi na girl, lahat na, tinihingan ako ng tulong. Pag hindi ko kaya, humingi na ako ng tulong, natakot na ako bumalik dun sa old self ko na very, you suppress everything.
Yeah.
And it also followed through with my relationship. I've stuck with a very toxic relationship for almost 6 years because I never told him ay, hindi ko na kaya. Pagod na ako sa'yo. Ganito yung ugali mo. Hindi ko yun in-express. Ever. And the biggest factor in every relationship is communication. The minute you stop communicating with each other, that's the dead end. That's when your relationship dies.
Yeah.
And that's yun yung difference sa relationship ko ngayon with my husband.
Yeah.
Kami naman all talk. Talking. Never-ending talk. Yun naman kami. But it works. He ended up being my husband. So, I feel that you guys have the perfect formula to a perfect couple. Perfect in a sense, hindi ko sinasabing perfecto kayo, hindi kayo nagkakamali. Ang sinasabi ko parang you have the ingredients of having a real soulmate in your life. Parang you found each other at a perfect time. It's so rare, ha? Ang bata mo na meet yung soulmate mo. Alam mo yun?
Yeah, yun yung sinasabi ni Mikey. Because, honestly, parang sabi niya sa akin na I always struggle with this thing na parang people would always tell me, ang bata mo pa. But I always feel like I'm running out of time. Yun yung struggle ko na ever since alam ni Mikey. Kasi I was always pressured. I felt like laging may pressure on me.
Yeah.
And I felt like I needed to be this at this time, ganito, ganyan. So, yun yung struggle ko most of the time na parang, wait, laging sinasabi sa akin ni Mikey, you know, at 22, hindi naman ganyan yung nagagawa ko nung 22 ako. Nung 22 ako, nagbabasketball ako. 23 ako, ganito ako. And I would always tell him before na parang magkaiba naman kasi tayo ng time.
Yes.
But then, he also made me realize how I also fail to accept the fact that I'm still young. Like, I had to accept that na parang I have to embrace my youth.
Yes.
Because in years' time, I have to worry about other more important things. And maybe, if nandun na ako, baka i-regret ko na hindi ko na ine-enjoy.
Oo, enjoyin mo, girl. You travel. You experience life. This is the best years of your freaking life, I tell you. Pag tumapa ka na ng 30, it's all about getting serious with life. You're gonna think about other things. Oh my God. Heavier things in life. So right now, this is what I always tell my siblings. You have the opportunity to savor life. Enjoy life. Wala pa kayo masyadong responsibilidad sa buhay. Ang responsibilidad mo na yung sarili mo. Pakainin sarili mo, bihisan sarili mo. Wala kang ibang iniisip. Diba? The most of it is anong ireregalo ko sa parents ko, anong ireregalo ko sa jowa ko. So, ito yung years na enjoyin mo yung trabaho mo, yung hard work mo. Kung gusto mong bumili na kung ano man dyan, girl, gawin mo yan. Diba? Kasi, nagkaroon din ako ng point, dati nung bata ko, iipunin ko to para pag, makabili ako ng ganito. Nag-reach ako ng age, I was like, bakit hindi ko ba binili yung na yun? Ba't hindi ko ba ginawa yun? Ngayon, ang dami kong regrets. Kasi parang feeling ko, I was so stuck na parang baka wala kasing matira sa akin pag 30 na ako Kaya hindi ako gagastos ngayon or I won't spoil myself. And then when I reach a certain age, it's like, oh my God, how come lahat ng kasabayan ko have the nicest things in the world? And oh my God, I'm only buying now. Diba? Parang, that's why I like your generation also Kasi yung generation nyo, pag nakikita ko kayo sa social media, it's like, oh, that's living life. Always like, when I see your contents, I'm like, okay, that's living life. These kids, they're all traveling, buying what they want. I wish I had that. So, please enjoy these like moments. Some people didn't get to do that.
But you know, it's ironic because it was Mikey who taught me that. Siya talaga. Because, di ba parang we had the Zara story.
Yes, the Zara story was my favorite story.
So, that was me. Just because I had this, parang I was able to manage and handle my money before.
Yeah.
So, I had to inspire Mikey or like to just let him know. Kasi natatandaan ko talaga noon, every time sabihin ko, babe, punta na ako Trinoma, I'm just gonna get something. Di niya alam na sa Zara ko.
Tinatago mo daw.
Tinatago ko talaga. Like, tinatago ko because Mikey, parang kumbaga sa kanya, it didn't make sense. Like, why do you need to buy something that much if you can see it in another, no? So, every time, I remember, yung first hosting ko ng Depu, I had to get something. Yeah. So, yun yung first time ko ever na dinala ko yung paper bag ng Zara sa harap niya. So, sabi ko, finally, di ko na kailangan ilagay sa bag because this is for work.
Yes,
So, finally, nung pinakita ko sa kanya, I also tried to make him realize na, hey, you have work now. You have this thing. You have to dress up more.
Yes.
So, sasama ko siya. I remember before, I would get him. Ako pa bibili for him. Para lang, sabi ko, hawakan mo lang yung tela, babe. Hawakan mo lang. Like, tingnan mo lang. Like, sukatin mo. Tingnan mo, di ba parang mas macho ka dyan, mas pogi. Ganyan.
I love it.
Like, I had to convince him. And so, finally, when he was able to, mas may grasp na siya on how he can handle his money. He read all of these books. Sobrang naging very vocal siya about finances. So, doon naman kami when he was starting to enjoy na, finally, which I was very happy for him. When he was starting to enjoy money, that's when, in a way, nag-clash kami ng konti. Because I was very scared naman.
Oh, okay.
Kasi parang,
that I understand.
Yeah, na parang, ako personally, I was scared, like, for me and my finances because I always had this idea na you have to save.
Yeah. For a rainy day, we always have that in our minds.
Especially with a freelance like job just like this one.
There's no stability talaga. Yeah. Unless you know money, you can handle your money.
True. So parang dun kami medyo nag-clash because sabi ko noon na I'm gonna work so hard and then when I'm older, that's when I will enjoy. And so, Mikey came. Sabi niya, teka lang, bakit hindi mo pwedeng i-enjoy ngayon?
O, tinan mo, pareho pala tayo mindset.
Like, sabi niya, bakit? Okay, sabi, pina-explain niya lahat ng feeling ko ng gastos ko. Sinimple math niya lang ako. Tinito math niya lang ako. So, he would just tell me, okay, di nabayaran mo lahat, diba? Di ba may bago kang project? So, you work hard again. You work hard every day. Hindi ka naman magugutom eh.
Yeah, totoo.
Ganun lang siya. So, it's also ironic how it was Mikey who also inspired me to actually enjoy what I have.
Yun nga sabi niya, nung huli namin nagkausap, ang sabi lang niya was, bahala na kung anong mangyari. Sabi niya, basta na-enjoy mo yung buhay mo. Wala kang regret sa buhay mo. Sabi ko, alam mo, kung sasabihin mo yan sa ibang tao, hindi nila magigets yung perspective na yun. Pero sobra akong na-appreciate yung statement na yun because I'm also frugal at times na I have to sleep on it to be able to buy something. But he's right. If you wanted it in the moment, and you had the means to buy it, and you know it'll make you happy, sabi, okay, sige, kahit doon lang sa moment na yun napasaya ka niya, di gawin mo, pinasaya ka, diba? Parang, sabi ko, my God, I spent so many times na dumaan ako, finit ko na, binalik ko pa. Kasi sabi ko, hindi ko kailangan yun. Pero gusto ko siya.
That's me.
Diba?
Tapos gigil sa akin si Mikey. Like recently, I had this thing na I saw ever since November. How many times binalikan ko, can I see? Can I just look at it? Ganyan. And so the other day, he was like, dito ka na naman. Bilin mo na yan, ha? Kasi sabi ko, okay, sige, bibilin ko na. Okay, guess ko. Nagigigil siya. Sabi niya, I don't see the point. You keep coming back for it. You keep thinking about it. You feel like, sabi niya, think of the times na you felt like you deserve it but you didn't get it.
Yeah, that's, ito perspective nun, diba? Alam mo, in fairness, sabi ko kay Mikey, dami ko natutunan sa tao to, 2 oras ko lang to kausap. Yeah. Kasi, lalo ka na siguro, hello, boyfriend mo siya eh. So sabi ko like, may ang dami niyang wisdom.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, imposible na, hindi ko alam kung ano pang napagdaanan nun sa buhay, but my God, yung time na last ko siyang nakausap, siguro dami ko na nabili sa sarili.
Grabe.
Nabili ko na yung gusto ko, girl, dahil sa kanya, sa conversation na yun.
Siya ang validation ng mga tao.
Na-realize ko na may point siya. Ano pa tong, kung nabayaran, sabi niya, kung nabayaran mo na lahat ng kailangan mong bayaran, what's stopping you? May point naman din siya doon. Kung nabayaran ko na yung tuition fee ng anak ko, bakit hindi ko bibilin yung bag na gusto ko or yung relo na gusto ko? magandang, it was so nice to hear someone say that it's okay.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun, parang iba kasi hindi mag-ipon ka. Kasi kailangan mong bumili ng lupa, bumili ka ng bahay, bumili ka ng ganyan. Ang ganda may magsasabi sa'yo, hindi spoil mo sarili mo, deserve mo yan.
Diba? So parang ganun siya, honestly, nakakatuwa din sa kanya because I handle his finances. I'm the one handling all the taxes.
Yeah, everything. Oo.
So, pag may gusto yan, gagawin niya. Babe, may pera pa ako? As in, ganun talaga siya straightforward. Babe, may pera pa ako? So ako, when he asked that I should be ready to answer na parang, okay, meron pa siyang for rainy days.
For rainy days.
Okay na ang taxes, okay na ang bills, ganyan. Oh, meron. Okay. Swipe na siya.
Okay, Kerry, meron akong pambili.
Ganun na siya.
So, ganda ng balance nyo. Promise. I admire you both. Because, you know, a generational gap na relationship, normally it's hard for people to get through. Yun pa lang. Nahihirapan na sila to get through it. But kayo, it seems so easy for you to make it work. Maybe because you both actually carry each other. Hindi yung may isang lang nagli-lead. You both lead each other. Kasi may mga relationship na hindi kaya i-lead ng isa. Kailangan may isa talagang magli-lead ng relationship kasi hindi kaya, 'di ba? But for you guys, it's like no one is the dominant one. You guys just feed off each other. Yeah. Which is a good thing. I think it's why it works.
Yeah.
So, for you, do you think the pros outweigh the...
Yeah, absolutely. Because honestly, I have to give Mikey credit for being that person na siya ang nag-establish na don't think na I'm more than you just because I'm older, just because I'm getting there before you. He would always make me feel na talaga ina-assure niya ako na no, we're the same. There are things I don't know that you know better. There are things I know na hindi mo pa alam, but that's okay. So I think what worked with us is that we always communicate, and at the same time, I'm happy na, kumbaga, lagi namin sinasabi na Mikey will grow old that I'm there and I'm gonna grow up with Mikey there. Yeah. So in a way, we're always meeting in the middle talaga.
That's really nice. Yeah. Meron kami dito sa Bear It All. It's called Pabaon ni Ate. Ibig sabihin, it's anong ipapabaon mo sa mga viewers. Yeah. Now, what can you advise to them that's going through the same process as you? Siguro, let's start with two things. As CK, and as our topic for today was your intergenerational relationship. Yeah. Like, anong pwede mong ipabaon sa viewers? Let's say if they're struggling, they're in a generational gap na relationship, what can be your advice to them?
I think with anyone, basically, or actually, I want to speak first to those who are within my, kumbaga, you're in the same phase, same stage as me, that you're still new to all of this, parang work, ganyan. I think that you should always trust your gut and to just follow your heart. You know, sometimes they would tell you na parang, it's not worth it to follow my heart. But then, minsan kasi kailangan mo lang pagsabayin. Just like, ako noon, I was doing content creation. I'm surprised na I always found the time to do something I love. But at the same time, I was aware of my priorities. So I had to do my corporate. Yeah. So parang ako, as much as you can, I know we always need to be practical. And yun naman talaga yung dapat unahin. Of course, you need, di ba, parang kailangan mabuhay ka muna. But if you really love something, wag mong isipin na mahadlangan ka ng kahit na ano, because you will always find the time to do something you love if you really love it.
Yeah.
And then time comes, we're finally in that era, in that generation, na that thing that you love can finally be that thing that can also make you feel alive, or like can actually support your lifestyle. So it happened for me and I'm very grateful for that. So, you know, just follow your heart, be first, priorities first, yun yung sinasabi ko, but also follow your heart. Don't let yourself feel na kinukulong ka ng responsibilidad. Yeah. So, yeah, I think for the people na my age, just go with it. I've been getting DMs also. Nag-wonder sila how I was able to do it at my age. I don't know also. But all I know is I had to trust myself. I had to follow my heart. And you just keep working hard every day. Consistency lang talaga. Like, we can't do something. I know Gen Zs are very impatient. And I know I have that trait also. But you can't expect to have your dream result in a day. Diba?
Gotta work hard for it.
Yeah, like, ang bahay nga ginagawa ilang years eh. What's the difference of you going through life? Hindi naman pwede na, wala, one day, the next day, okay ka na.
Parang it's not how fast you get there. It's the journey.
Yeah.
It's the journey of how you're going to get there. If you don't enjoy the journey, you're not gonna enjoy the result.
Yes,
Diba? They always
true.
say na, yeah, you're aiming for this.
Yes.
But if you go the faster route just because it's faster, mas marami problema dun eh. Mas chaotic yun eh.
Yes,
But
that's
if you
true.
just, diba they always say, grow through what you go through.
Yes.
It's totoo yun.
Yes.
I truly believe in that. Because if you don't grow sa nangyayari sa buhay mo, sa journey mo, or kung nasaan ka sa buhay mo, what's the point? Diba? Getting there won't make you happy anymore. Ako kasi ang hard work, pagka nakakabili ako ng isang bagay or may na-achieve ako, binabalikan ko yung pinagdaanan ko. Like, sabi, shit, ito yung nangyari sa akin bago ko nakuha to.
Yeah.
Kaya nga siya nakaka-enjoy eh. Kaya mo siya nasi-celebrate more.
Yeah.
Because when you look back at the journey, you're gonna realize, shit, I made it. I did it.
Yes,
Alam mo yun?
that's true. I think I'm also in that mindset now that everything is just making sense. Na finally, thank you, Lord, everything now makes sense to me. Because before, parang, bakit ganun? Bakit hindi na naman binigay? Bakit parang hindi for me, hindi nag-a-align eh. But then when you just go through life, you accept, you take the lessons from all of everything that you go through. One day, you just need to believe that everything happens for a reason.
It will make sense.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it will always make sense.
That's true.
So before we end our episode, you say that you like to plan.
Yes.
So what is CK's or Sizzy's 5-year plan? Ano, meron ka bang 5-year plan? Whatever it is, for yourself or for your relationship, whatever it is. What is your 5-year plan?
Honestly, every time people would ask me, like kami ng manager ko, may goal setting kami.
May goal kayo, oo.
So parang she would always ask me kung ano yung plan. Ako sabi ko lagi, it's always not, I hope in 5 years, I was able to grow as a person. Kumbaga, I wouldn't say I'm not the same, but I just knew na I'm better. With content, I just hope na my Sizzies were able to grow with me. Na parang, yun lang lagi yung bound ko with content creation eh. Na, if you don't relate to any of my content, I just hope na, kumbaga, in a way, you can see parts of you na, oh, I was there. So, that's why hindi rin ako super Gen Z lang. Like, I have a lot of people, generation din ni Mikey, that would tell me, it's okay, ganyan. So, parang I think in 5 years, I just want to have my Sizzy still with me.
Yes.
And to just grow up. And basically, with life, I just hope that in 5 years, Mike and I are still together.
Oo naman. I think naman you guys are still gonna be together.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure when that time, oh my God, I would be the happiest for the two of you.
Yeah.
It's like, I think ang ganda na marinig naman yung perspective mo kasi iba naman ang guy's perspective,
Yes.
diba? But now I understand why the both of you really work. And if may ipapabaon ako, it's like, hindi naman, di ba, Filipinos are so hell-bent on the age. It's like when you're older, when you're younger, it's news. Nasa news siya na, oh, ito yung gap nila, or nasa love ang ganito, nasa love ang ganyan. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not what makes a relationship work. It's not your age.
Yeah.
It's really the two of you in that relationship, what you can balance out with each other, how you can help each other, how can you grow as individuals and as a couple.
Yeah.
The age does not really matter. Parang, for me, totoo yung age is just a number. Ano bang nagagawa ng age? Yes, there is a generational thing, but if you wanna make something work, it will work.
Yes.
If you want a relationship to work, you will do everything it takes to make it work. No age can stop you from making that work.
That's true.
Diba? So, yan yung ang pabaon ko sa inyo today, guys. Ang pabaon ni ate. But, ang cute namin, diba? Ate and Sizzy. Oh, we're so cute. Tapos, ate, Sizzy, tapos may tito. Katawa.
Complete na.
Para na kami may family tree, guys. Okay, so thank you so much, CK, for taking the time. Also. I'm so happy to meet you and to be able to talk to you. I only just see you on social media, but it's so nice to be able to speak to the one that, Mikey speaks so highly of. And now I understand why you're such a wonderful woman. Like, I have the highest of hopes for you. I know you're gonna make it to more places and you're gonna be bigger than you are today. And I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to meet you.
Thank you also.
And I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Okay, nadala ko na dito si Sizzy. Nadala ko na din dito si Tito. Sino pa ba ang gusto nyong makita dito sa Bear It All podcast? Marami kasi yan. We always ask them who they want. So this is like, it's not an accident na kayo dito, na may message namin kayo, nire-request talaga kayo ng mga viewers. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and sana meron kayong napulot dito sa episode natin. Thank you guys for watching the Bear It All podcast and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!